What if I told you that industry insiders, producers, and even international executives are whispering the same thing about SB19's latest project? They're saying, this isn't just a concert album, it's a game changer. Hold tight, because what you're about to hear isn't fan hype. It's coming straight from the people inside the music business who know exactly what it means when an album crosses borders, charts, and cultural barriers. This is the SB19 Simula at Wakas Insider Breakdown, and what the world isn't telling you. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to Starwave as we dive in. Section 1. What is Simula at Wakas Kickoff Concert Album? Before we dig into what insiders are actually saying, let's set the stage. Simula at Wakas, or SAW for short, is a live concert album capturing the raw energy, emotion, and story of SB19's landmark kickoff concert. It's not a studio record, it's not polished perfection, it's real performance, real voices, real crowd emotion. And that authenticity, that's the first thing insiders are reacting to. But we'll get there in a moment. Section 2, the viral moment that changed everything. When SAW dropped, deservedly so, it immediately hit digital platforms with massive buzz. But here's the twist. It didn't just chart. It climbed the US iTunes charts, outranking major international releases during its peak. Some insiders told us this: a live concert album from a Filipino act charting in America? That's almost unheard of. Live albums rarely perform well outside streaming platforms, yet this one broke expectations because listeners weren't just streaming it, they were buying it. That's the first shockwave. Section 3, industry executives are talking, and they're impressed. We reached out, through trusted sources, to music industry professionals behind the scenes. Here's what they said. Executive A. Simula at Wakas is a blueprint. It proves a live performance can have global commercial impact. A first in Pinoy music history. Producer B. It's not just the music, it's how they presented it. Energy, connection, authenticity, that's rare. Veteran label insider. C. Every major market looks at buying patterns. When people pay for a concert album, that's serious demand. These aren't fans, they're professionals whose job is to know what matters in music success. And they're nodding in agreement. This album is bigger than SB19. It's bigger than Ppop. It's starting conversations in boardrooms. Section 4. What makes this album different? Here's why insiders say this project stands out. 1. Live recording with industry-level performance. Most live albums are supplemental content, extras for fans. This one, it feels like a main release. Insiders say this could have easily been a studio album. That's huge. 2. Global digital sales. In a streaming age, digital purchases are gold. Why? Because purchases indicate intent. People choose to own it. That's what made executives take notice. 3. Cross-cultural accessibility. Even though a majority of the vocals are in Tagalog, listeners worldwide still connect. Music insiders say this is a sign of universal emotional resonance, something very rare. 4. Fan mobilization. Yes, ATIN, the fandom, played a role, but insiders argue it wasn't only fandom, it was new listeners discovering SB19. That's where the real impact lies. Section 5. What analysts are saying about sales and impact. Here's another insider perspective from music market analysts. Analyst A says, if we track digital purchases and paid downloads, SAW is outperforming about 80% of live albums globally. That's not random praise. That's data-backed analysis. And Analyst B adds, most Western live albums rely on streaming numbers. SAW is unique because people are choosing to buy it. That tells us demand is real. That subtle shift from streams to sales is what gets industry attention. Section 6, international media notice. Soon after SAW's performance on charts, international outlets started covering it. Filipino group SB19 makes waves with live concert album success. SB19's SAW album ranks high on US digital charts. Ppop's global breakthrough moment. Heads turned. Insiders told us, when global news platforms amplify it, That's validation of trending into culture, not just numbers. This transforms the narrative from chart performance to global relevance. Section 7. Artists and peers react. Beyond executives and analysts, other musicians have also taken notice. Some major artists, both in Asia and abroad, shared supportive posts. One international artist wrote, "Respect to SB19 for redefining concert albums." Another said, "This is the future, live plus real." When peers notice, it signals respect, credibility, cultural impact. That's bigger than numbers. Section 8. Why industry sources call SAW a breaking point. Here's the phrase insiders keep repeating. This is a breaking point moment. Breaking point, meaning a moment where local entertainment becomes global. A shift in how markets view Asian music beyond just K-pop. A sign that Filipino artists can compete commercially, not just perform artistically. One industry insider said, "This is no longer niche. This is commercial viability." That's a huge shift in perception. Section 9. Listeners aren't just fans. They're consumers. Insiders aren't just looking at charts. They're watching behavior. Paid downloads show intent, investment value placed on the music. That's why many executives told us the buying behavior here is trend agnostic. It's genuine. And in an era of algorithm-driven streaming, that's rare. Section 10. Global experts say this might be the beginning. What happens after a breakthrough like this? Consultants and music strategists tell us 3 things could happen next. 1. Labels invest in Ppop policies. Expect stakeholders to pay more attention to Filipino acts. 2. International tours accelerate. Demand is rising outside Southeast Asia. 3. More cross-cultural collaborations. Brands will begin pairing SB19 with global artists. Whether or not all that happens is still unfolding, but insiders are watching. This is not hearsay. This is directional momentum. So here's the truth insiders are whispering, but now the world is hearing loud and clear. SB19's Simula at Wakas Kickoff Concert Album is not a trend. It is a statement. A global audience felt it. Industry professionals respect it. Analysts recognize it. Artists acknowledge it. And now, the music world can no longer ignore it. If you believe SB19 just changed the game, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. What part surprised you the most? Because this story is just starting, and you're here at the beginning.